right, now the last one, fixed width. That is going to be a toughie because you've got to use, let's see what, there we go. DLM write won't do fixed width. fprintf, it won't do it either, but at least it gets you going in the right direction. So I'm going to click on it, fprintf, and go to the top. It writes information to a character string, formatted data to a character string or a vector. And we don't want a string, we want a file. sprintf for string print is the same as fprintf for file print formatted, string print formatted. Okay, so now that we know that, we can see the escape characters, tab. Remember, Microsoft needs the carriage return and the line feed escape characters. You've got some conversion characters you got to deal with. So you got to go to their documentation to find out what all these things mean. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's go to fprintf though. Okay. There should be a good example here pretty quickly. There's the example. Now, to write to a file, you've got to open the file. So here's an example, fprint open, file name, open for writing. That's what we want. We want it to open for writing. Do the fprintf, and then close the file. So we got to do those 3 steps. That's why I say a fixed width file is harder to do in Matlab to write out. Now there's another trick. It'll print to the screen if we do this. We get our formatting right and just put in the matrix name or a list of matrices, and it'll just print to the screen. So we can go, whew, let's do the easy part first, and then all we have to do is create the file later. But what about all these formatting things? I'm going to do this. I'm going to say Matlab fprintf. I'm going to look for the Matlab documentation on the web. The reason I want to do the web is because I can increase I can do this so you guys can see it easier. Matlab has a real bad habit of making things so small you can't see them. But if I go into a browser, I can expand it. Okay. You get the formatting operator, then the variable. And of course, you got to have the file ID if you print it to a file. So the formatting variable starts with a %, and then you have an identifier, and that might be the field width, by the way. Flags. So here's the conversion characters come later. So the D is going to be integers, which is what we have. You can do floating point, there's F, there's floating point, and other floating point formats and character strings and so forth. And what this does is it'll write the number 17 where this is. Okay. Let's see. Does it have all the examples? Okay. I'm looking for fprintf. I'm looking for the all the other stuff that goes with it. Remember, fprintf had a bunch of other stuff. The escape characters and so forth. The formatting fields are, this represents 6 characters of the integer part of a number, 2 characters of the decimal part of the number, 12 characters of the integer part, 8 characters of the decimal part after the decimal point. D, just you can specify how big it is. And this just doesn't, let's do fprintf or sprint or something. This just seems to be a little weak. It doesn't have enough. Let's keep it to Matlab. And then they have comments. Let's see if that has, if this has more documentation there. For some reason, this document has more stuff in it. I don't get that, but that's okay. You just have to figure out a way sometimes. Guess that how things work. Okay, let's go here. Where's all this stuff? fprintf, data to a file, file ID, format spec, all the matrices. There's format spec. I ought to be able to click on that and get right to there. There we go. Oh, it goes all the way down to the page. There we go. Formatting operator, all this stuff. And now it gives lots of examples. Optional operators, what they do. Flags, left justify, for example. Here's left justify. Okay, 12D. There's a good example, integer max, which is pretty close to what we want to do. We have a 3x3 matrix. So here's, oops, didn't want to do, I don't know what the meeting's all about. Okay, go back to Matlab. So now we have a good idea of what we can do. So I'm going to do fprintf, remembering that it will print to the screen first. So we'll figure this out. Percent left justify 12D. And then just repeat this a couple more times. I have a 3x3 matrix. There we go. And I've got to end with the carriage return and the, oops, nuts. I hit the wrong button. The backslash is right by the enter key. And I want to give it the matrix. Okay, now there's a problem. It flipped the matrix. Instead of writing 1, 2, 3, it writes 1, 2, 3. That's kind of easy to fix. This flips the matrix in the first place. The apostrophe sign will flip the matrix, switch rows and columns of a matrix. And then fprintf switches them again, and we ought to be hunky-dory now to get the matrix that we want. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we just have to do the other stuff, the file open. My FID equals file open, and we have to remember it. We need to write it down or whatever we want to do. And I'm going to go my fixed width dot text. It's a fixed width file, comma. I want to open it for writing. Remember, we saw that earlier. Okay, now I can go fprintf. There we go. This is too hard. I would not recommend this for getting data out of Matlab. I'd recommend something else. My FID, it's So that ought to do fine, get it out. And then now we have to do fclose, my FID. And we can try importing the thing again, but here's my fixed width. Let's just, since it's fixed width, we ought to be able to see it as a text file. Oh, there, it can go in the Matlab editor just fine. There it is. So it went out just fine. And when we bring it on back in, it should come back in just fine. Okay. Woo! Big long one. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here.